It is important for you as a man to always make sure that you are trying to maximize yourself in all aspects of your life. In all honesty, I feel like every man, yeah, I'm burping a lot today. I feel like every man has this thing in their head where they envision themselves as this apex person, this apex male. I know I do. And what I'm trying to explain this is like, the way I'm trying to explain it is you have this dream self. You have this person that you want to be. You imagine yourself with this body. You imagine yourself with this aura, with this vibe about yourself. You imagine yourself with this intelligence. You imagine yourself with this with this certain look to yourself. You imagine yourself with a certain amount of money. You imagine yourself just being this dream person. And I think that in order for you to always have purpose, in order for you to always have a goal, in order for you to always progress in your life, you should always make sure that you are envisioning that person and you're applying action steps to help you to become that person. Because there's no reason why you can't become that person. I always say this, I always preach it. Like, there's five things, generally five things. And I've learned this from another YouTuber. His name is Martel Metalis. Martel, I'm always going to shout him out because he's inspired me to make these types of videos, but it's not that he's taught me anything new. Everything that he's saying is just stuff that I've already known, but it's just hearing it from another person has made me, I don't know, I guess in a sense, realize that it's not as crazy as I think to think like this. It's made me believe in myself more. But essentially, there's five pillars, five things that every man should look towards in order to find a purpose, in order to find something they should be doing. If you're ever at a point in your life where you feel like you don't know what's going on, it's first you have to make sure you're financially good, financially adept, mentally adept, physically adept, socially adept, and spiritually adept. Those are the five. If you can make sure that you are actively doing something, every day is preferred, but start small. Try to get one or two done every day. Then, upgrade it to where you're hitting every five of those goals every day. But essentially, if you're doing something for each of those things and you eventually become that person, not only will you be able to be that dream person that you think of, but you will also be able to inspire others. You will be able to get anything you want in life because that dream person that you're thinking of can attain anything. There's not a single thing that a man who is wealthy, charismatic, fit, charming, and spiritual cannot accomplish. Try to think of one thing that they can't accomplish. There isn't. And what's so beautiful about thinking this way is knowing that it's not a dream. This isn't fantasy. We're not talking about being able to wield fire or fly or duplicate yourself. This isn't like some fantasy. This is real. You can literally start becoming that person and then with time become that person. It's truly inspiring. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter how low you are, how high you are in life. If you think about this person and you think about who you want to become, you will always feel inspired. So let's talk about ways we can actively step towards becoming that person. Well, first there's physically adept. You can start that any way you like. For me personally, I bought a push-up board off a TikTok shop, and I try to hit at least 100 push-ups a day. I don't hit it every time, but I'm actively doing something to become physically adept. Because I know that doing that, as opposed to doing nothing, I'm going to grow my body. And it's worked. It's worked. Push-ups are an amazing workout. You can do it anywhere. You have no excuse. The only reason why I got the push-up board was because I wanted to work on certain body parts with my push-ups. And if you didn't know, doing a push-up on your wrists hurts over some time. So it makes it harder to be consistent. It literally is, it damages you. But if you have a board and you're doing push-ups like this rather as opposed to like this, you never feel pain here. So you can do 1,000,000 if you like. If you have the endurance, you can keep going forever. So get you a push-up board, and of course, go to the gym. If you're unsure where to start, I know everyone says, I can just look stuff up online. I don't need to buy something. that initial financial investment that you put into your fitness journey will inspire you more to get a use out of it. You're not gonna spend $100 on a fitness program, right? And just not do it. Well, you might, but it's gonna be harder for you to just not do it, as opposed to if you just were to look something up on the internet and just get a workout spread that you don't even think works for real. You know, you don't even really believe it. You just kind of picked it up just because you know what I'm saying? I recommend getting a program. Me, I always shout out the people that I learn from. There's a dude on Instagram, his name is Emilio Arc. He has a program that's $30 and it has a workout spread that's really good. I used it for a long time. Like, okay, not a long time. I used it for like 3 months. But that was the first workout program that I ever bought. And that is the only time that I've ever been consistent going to the gym, well, prior to that time. Because I bought something. And then I was consistent with it and I saw results. And then from there, I now had a layout of workouts I liked and I didn't like. The ways I wanted to work out, ways I did not want to work out. And from there, I was able to personalize my own workout program, my own workout schedule, so that I could make it very personalized to myself. And I love how I go and work out. You know, right now I do strictly only compound lifts. I'm in a recomp stage. Compound lifts meaning like squats or barbell bench and overhead press and bent over rows. I don't necessarily work on machines as much. I'm not saying you don't need to not use machines. You can, but I just feel like compound lifts, they just feel a lot better. And that's another thing you're going to learn when you're trying to be physically adept. You're going to start feeling things that you like and feeling things you don't like. So that's another one. Next, we have financially adept. Financially adept, that's start off, you have nothing, get a job. I made a video right before this video talking about why you need a job. Get a job, start building income on your own, become your own man. If you get an income, you start to feel more confident in yourself. You start to have a routine and structure in your life as to when you get your money, how much you make. You feel better about yourself and you're able to plan your life better. After you've gotten a job and you're able to figure out how much money you got left over, how much you can save, how much you can put up, don't save money for the sake of saving money. Don't save money for a rainy day. That's stupid. I never believed in that. People gonna come and tell me what they want to tell me. People gonna have their opinions. My opinion is this. Saving for a rainy day is stupid. You should save for something useful. Save for a thing. For me, I save my money for my business and for knowledge about business. That's it. If I'm not doing that, my money's not being saved. It's essentially the same thing. I'm still putting money away for something, but I'm not just putting it away for no reason. I work hard for that money. I'm going to use it on things that I think are going to benefit me. A rainy day, yeah, things like that could happen, but shoot, make more money. I'm not telling you have to listen to me completely, but if you want to know how I think, if you're coming on this channel to learn about how my mind works, that's how my mind works. And that's just how it's going to work. But to just to move on with what I'm talking about. Yeah, financially, after you get your job, learn how much money you're going to put away, learn about a business, buy a course. Or if you're one of those people who don't want to buy a course, do your research online and then start the business. Do it. Even if you only have a $500 investment, a $1,000 investment, do it. It doesn't matter if you only make $100 in a month. You're making $100 based on something that you got on your own. Think about percentage gains instead of how much you're making. That's going to inspire you to keep going with your business. Because if you're able to get a certain percentage on your business back consistently, then all you need to do in order to start making a lot of money is put more money in the business. Once your business becomes a volume game rather than an understanding game, once you understand how to do your business, whatever that may be. For me, I chose Amazon. I also have little other things like day trading and I also, I'm trying to do content. But the main thing that I want to do right now is Amazon. That's what I got my focus on. So as soon as you figure out the process and it's just about volume, then that's what's going to inspire you to keep going with your job, keep going with your business so that you can get more capital put in. Or maybe you can learn about credit. I'm not gonna speak too much on credit because I don't know much about credit. I'm 20 years old. I'm trying to learn myself right now. But once I do learn more, I'm definitely gonna put y'all on game so that you can use your credit to then elevate your business, and then that's gonna really accelerate your ramp out of your 9 to 5. Because no one necessarily likes their 9 to 5. They just do it because they have to. They'll find something that they kind of enjoy, but no one likes it. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. No, she done got a job, and I was like, "Are you sure you gonna like that job?" She's like, "I'm never gonna like my job, but it's all right." And I was like, "Damn, that's real." But that's financially jacked. Or see, I'm taking Martell stuff. I'm trying not to copy him verbatim. But if you want to hear from the source of the dude who told me about it, Martell Metalis on YouTube. Look him up, man. He's fire, bro. He's fire. But next we're gonna have to get to we did fight physically, financially. Let's do now mentally jacked. You need to start getting knowledge from places, whether that be a podcast. For me, I chose audiobooks as my mentally jacked. I look for any topic that interests me, any topic that I feel like will improve me. I look up certain books that I think are quality. I don't want to look up any trash. And I just try to listen to it. Try to see if I'm learning anything new. And most of the time I do. And I have a list of different books that I could put y'all on with that vary from learning how to be more masculine, to learning how to make more money, to learning how to just be more organized, to learning how to be just a better human being in general, how to speak. Got communication books. You gotta keep that in your mind. Listen to these things if you don't want to open up a book and read them. Because I'm not going to say that one's better than the other. But I know personally for me, whenever I try to read a book, this is maybe a character flaw, but I'm not that interested. I fall out. I'm always trying to look around. I'm not really as interested. But when I'm listening to it, it's like a story. It's like someone's speaking to me. It's like someone's giving me advice, as if how I'm doing for you right now, right? We're talking, you know what I'm saying, me and you. And I like that a lot better than just reading. And I've gained more knowledge through audiobooks. You can look up all the articles you want about how reading is better, and it might be. But if you look up these articles, you try to do it, and you're actually not gaining any value from trying to do it someone else's way, then you gotta use common sense. If you're not getting value, then it's not more effective than if you were to do what you wanted to do in the first place. I hope that made sense. But yeah, so there's that. Then there's having a brain fart. Mentally jacked. After mentally jacked, we have socially jacked. I'm saying jacked. Socially adept. Once you want to become socially adept, that comes from literally just speaking to people, learning communication skills. That's gonna a lot of these are gonna kind of intersect, because if you get good in one sector, it'll help you get better in a different sector. But getting socially adept means you're able to speak to people. You're not a weirdo. You're confident. You can build these things by taking care of your face, taking care of your appearance. If you think that you look good, then you think that people you look at are being essentially gifted by your looks, which will give you confidence, which will give you the aura that you need to speak correctly and speak coherently so that the other person can understand you. And then when people understand you and they see that you're confident, people trust you just automatically. Because it's like, well, this dude's confident. He must have something that makes him confident. It's all psychology. You know what I'm saying? And really, you guys get out there and get some reps. For me, I chose to get a job as a server or get a job in customer service or something like that. Because it forces me to talk to many different types of people. It forces me to communicate to people that I probably would never communicate to on a daily basis, which gets me out of my bubble and lets me become more socially aware. It makes me learn about different situations, different types of people. So if there's anything I can do to give you advice to be socially adept, I'd say get into customer service, get into serving specifically. It also detaches your income from time, which is like the very pinnacle of what it means to be an entrepreneur, because you don't want to work, a certain number of hours to get a certain paycheck. You want to be able to work, and based on how good you are at your job, you get paid for that. Now, I'm not saying serving is going to make you a millionaire. No, but I'm saying if you want to start to build the traits that come with becoming an entrepreneur, it's great for you to go and start there. Then you can move into sales. Then if your business is taking off while you're doing those things, you just all around become more socially adept. You speak to people, important people. You know what I'm saying? You start learning how to make people like you, and it'll work out. I really do feel like if you're trying to go on the social route, that's a great path to go. And then finally, the last one that I want to talk about is spiritual. Now, this one is, of course, is going to be a little bit more controversial. I am a Christian, but I'm not going to tell you exactly how to go about that route. But just, you know yourself. And if you don't believe in spirituality, find something that you believe in. And honestly, just try to be more in tune with it. Because I know personally, like when I am feeling like I have good karma or I'm in good standing with my spirituality, I have that confidence to do a lot of things. Or when things are not going well for me, I know in the back of my head, well, I'm good. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm not being X, Y, or Z. And then that makes me able to get through the bad times a lot more. And when the good times are coming, I feel more deserving of them. So that's why spirituality is very important, whether you want to agree with me or not. You coming on my channel, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you the raw honesty. And if you're able to go through all these 5 pillars and like actively work towards them, and then eventually become that man that you was thinking of in your head, you're going to be unstoppable. You're going to be able to accomplish anything because you're going to have overflowing energy, overflowing abundance in your life. Mentally, you're going to feel smart. You're not going to feel like you just you're not going to feel like you're just watering around. You're not going to feel like you're just floating around. You have a purpose at all times. You're always having something that you're going towards. And that's the whole reason why this is important. Because a lot of the times you're not going to have a clear picture of what you want to do. But as long as you have this in your head, you got no excuse, man. So that's the message I want to give to y'all right now. That's what I live by. That's what I'm trying to master. I'm not a master at it yet. I still have my lazy days. I was just playing a game, Sparkling Zero. You probably know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying you got to be a robot, but I'm just saying if you want to have inspiration daily, if you want to stop floating around, keep this in the back of your head. And I promise you're going to start to improve. But all right, y'all. Share this with somebody who you feel like is lost. Or, you know what I'm saying, save it. Watch the video again. Really internalize the message because I really do feel like this can help a lot of people. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to keep trying to push these videos out. The more I learn, the more you learn. We going to grow together. So, all right. Peace.